Hello everyone and welcome to some Okami in HD. I've never played this on the computer before, so we'll see how it goes. Apologies for the small screen at the moment. I'll switch it over to full screen in a second. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of a wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Yes, we are starting a new game. Let's see if we can get it to full screen on my end. There we go. Let me fix that on y'all's end. There we go. It also seems like this will be a better controller game than mouse and keyboard, so give me a second to plug in my controller. Apologies on punching my mic while I do that. Alright. Let's see, does it recognize the controller? Don't think it is. Oh well. Alright. Let us go in and begin Okami. Okami! I just love this art style so much. Long ago. I think this is... yeah. Proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. It's different than the opening. My bad for not reading. Each and every tree around the quiet bird was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as sacrifice at the annual festival. with a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks. Its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, hold on. A mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. One moment. Also, I accidentally unfull screened it for myself there. Whoops. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shira Nui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shira Nui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shira Nui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shira Nui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shira Nui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued, as Shira Nui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Whoa! Ink work! Whoa! As Orochi closed in on Shira Nui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Behold, ink magic. Shira Nui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand, however, Orochi, protected by a mystical power was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Welcome to Japanese lore with video games. Orochi saw a chance to strike what could be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. It's a moon! The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Story time. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted, because he was dead. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Oh, poor baby. Poisoned to death. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Shiranui is stanced and ready to fight there. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi, and apologies if I say any Japanese word wrong, because I don't speak that language, and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story, and now we get to the game art style rather than ink images. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. And it's at this moment he knew he fucked up. And ran like a bitch. Run, boy. There's a dragon after you. Oh, man, that's a bad foot. Man. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. As he just quivers in fear. Orochi's like, ah yes, you must have purposely freed me. Speak the words and I will give you power. Why are you running? Get back here. Buddy. Buddy hit his head on the shrine entrance. Orochi decided he didn't need to hear the words in World Darkness anyways. And that was story time with Okami. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamaki. The village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. And no rock to the face, because we had the pretty giant peach lady. Sakuya! Yay! My voice doesn't go that high, but how troublesome! This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Become a very strong doggo. Yeah, it is. Such beauty and grace indeed. The only one capable of... My tongue is stopping to work. I'm sorry. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice... You could at least pay attention. Away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. A sneeze. And Ama's asleep. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Ah yes, the peach window in the back of the dress for some reason. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Yes, I think it's a Navi equivalent in there. Except not really. You're being a little tickled there. Oh. Phew, what on earth? You again? It's the tiny beetle warrior. Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. The comedy music ensues. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Thank you. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. I mean, I've been stoned for 100 years. Didn't even last 100 years. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. The one that's behind me that's missing, yes. Not crazy, just a dog. A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. I don't think that's your choice. Will I regret messing with the great Yusun? Your prize sword, Denkomaru? Well, I don't think it was you who made that noise. I don't know. Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your... Oh, the word awesome feels a little out of place here. Trees return to normal, huh? That Sake girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, wink wink, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Let me open up the display settings here. Apologies. I need to make it full screen again. Because I accidentally undid that. Well, we could turn the loading screen minigames back on, sure. I think I'll need to do it at the title, but I'll get back to that in a moment. The camera is locked off here. Onwards! Where are we indeed? It is... Oh, there is music here. Yeah, I don't think we're in the village anymore. This isn't Kansas. Hey, there we go. Ooh, that sensitivity's a little high. Might need to lower that a little bit. I'll be okay, Isu. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that sensitivity down a little bit. That's a bit high. Probably not that much. Half it should be fine. Probably lower that as well then. Let's see how that goes. It's also inverted, so hold on. So, there we go. Now it looks the direction that I moved the mouse. Doggo run! Yeah! Hold on! Why are we holding on? It's an origin mirror. It's our save! We can save our progress here. Different... Always go back if we get stuck on something. There we go. Alright, and give me a moment. I am going to switch it back to full screen for me, because it undid that when I went to check something else on the computer. Apologies. Display settings. That's full screen for me. And let's fix it so it's not completely cut off for y'all. There we go. Alright. Okami. That's much better. Doggo. Lot of pots. Let's do the good old Link and Zelda thing and just break all of them. Simple head smash. Way to go, my furry friend! And now we go about breaking everything. For money. Delicious yen. Ooh, a wonderful box up above. Space to jump, and we have a wall jump. And you hold it so that you go higher. Like that. We did it! Good luck is found in high places. Don't want to miss any treasure. Because 100%ing this game is a pain, but we're gonna try it. We'll see what we can do for it. Also, I'm gonna change the sensitivity down even further. It is really high. That should be fine. And we can view it from further away. Hit the C button to change our camera angle. But I like closer. Holy bone! Yes. Favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. We'll break the Trojan horse while we're at it. The bridge is out, yeah. Thanks again, Isu. You always have such good eyes. I can't tell you no, so we're gonna call the dog Amy. Spirits of the brush. Good brushwork has its own soul, at least that's what they say. Just watch, it'll take all day to explain. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. As we go with the good old, just fill it in, it'll work. Bridge! Rejuvenation. Divine power brushwork techniques. "13 brush gods. Originally they all one single powerful deity. I wonder who. Split into 13 gods. Objects all around. God or not, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Indeed, how could they? Digging, nothing there though. Oop. River of the Heavens. Sorry about that, just slapped my microphone. The fabled Stardust River. It's not there. Tiny little puddle. Repeating what I said earlier. Ooh, more pop. Oh. Look at those stars twinkle. It's almost like it's time to connect dots. It is a beautiful nighttime sky though. Look, are those storms forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Blip. Blech. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press Control to hold the brush, and then we can draw. And boop. It's a star. And it's the Scroll Dragon. Ah, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Whoa. Restoration. Ami is unbothered by anything. It was the god of rejuvenation. Yep, Isun, I, in approximately 30 minutes, did what you spent most of your life doing. And I'm better at it too. Who else could master this incredible god technique? You know, gods. It is impressive that Isun did do it as a tiny little bug man, though. Whee! get the river flowing. Whee! And... ink. It's a river of stardust. Ah yes, I wonder who drew the darn thing. Could have been anyone. Swimming through stardust. Dolphin. Oop, I missed. There we go. Obtained an astral pouch. We can swallow up food. Ah, yes, the revive if we die with food. Let's get some food so that if we die, we don't. Apple. Peach. Delicious. And an orange. Alright, back to hell. And by hell, I mean Earth. God, this art style is just so nice though, isn't it? Non-realistic art styles are just way more timeless. Ooh, dumplings. Fills out about the same amount as the fruit. Oh no, we're locked in. Is this the legendary shrine? In the cave of Nagi. Legendary hero Nagi was enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. First the River of Heavens and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place sure is a wreck. See, the sword's in really bad shape. Gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. I mean, I was a statue. Can I do this? Ah, right in front of the statue. Yeah. Gotta be here. And then we draw a nice little sword. Ta-da! It's a sword! Yes! Ami is Amaterasu. Isin will figure it out eventually. There's another constellation. This one looks like a mouse, I think it is. We go poop. Look, it's a star. It's a sword mouse. Oops, sorry about that. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was once designed to conquer evil. He's so small. And that's 2 of 13. Surely we'll get them at the same pace the whole time. Master of the power slash technique. Yes, we're just like Shiranui. Yep. Man, Isun is really good at selective hearing. Just like the legend. Well, let's do a power slash. You gotta be straight lined or else it registers as something else. I remember that being an issue. Because back when I played this originally, I played it on the Wii, and man, that was shaky compared to a mouse. It's okay, Yusun. It's the plan. The plan is to master all 13. And you're tagging along. Wonderful. Lucky us. Poor Ami is just trying to shake him off. But there's no stopping him. Let's cut down the fruit. Yay! And we have a quest marker for where to go. First, let's break open some pots. Cut our way out and accidentally cut a tree. Whoops. Not quite. Come on. Whatever, I'll just smash the pots then. Ooh. Our first fight with the little monkey dudes. Our good old disc of doom. Smack. And turn them black and white. They're prey for the brush. Oop. Oh, hold on. There we go. An ink bottle fills one of our ink pots. And we'll want to win fights quickly and without taking damage in order to continue to get good scores on those and get more money. I think it's mostly money that you get from it. Whee! All those beautiful flowers just running behind me. I've missed this game so much. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh. And I ate a potato and some radishes at the same time. Wonderful. Back to Kamaki. Look, dragon friends up there. And sadly, swimming is basically the one speed. Ooh, let's go ahead and save while we're here. No break-off points before then, so no reason to make a different save. Sorry again, I keep punching my mic, I swear. Let's cut down that fruit. There we go. And restore the village. The village bins with the heather. Sakia did come through. Yes, she was, protecting the village. That's creepy, isn't it? Don't be a perv. With monsters running around, the village could still be in danger. That's true. Let's go beat up some monkeys with paper on their face. He's made of stone. Ah yes, let's go talk to the non-stone villagers. Also, I'm going to change from F to E if I can. Just because I am more used to E. And F works fine for... Okay, and... Give me a moment as I am... There we go. Now interact with E. Wonderful. It's also bark. Because we must bark. I almost instinctually did this, but we don't have that power yet. Goodness. Let's steal some oranges. Can I... Oop. Delicious orange house. Stone lady. Yeah, almost like. Mm-hmm. Much bigger. More stone. Surely someone's got a pulse. big old rock in front of the village. Dark outside. Let's go up somewhere high. Something very strange is going on. It's what we're doing, Issa. Boy, without the arrows, sometimes this game would get very confusing on where exactly it wants you to go. Don't mind me getting stuck in the world's smallest puddle that doesn't even have any water. The sun's not even shining. Not a single villager can move a muscle. A curse of some kind. It's not gonna stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible even for a god like you. Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, wink, that'd be a different story. Circle. That's a really good circle, actually. What? I am Amaterasu, the sun god. Sunrise technique. Turn night into day. No run-of-the-mill god, that's our Amy. Music from the heavens. Grandfather's poems, huh? Musician of shape and color. Why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? The Celestial Brush. It did bring out the sun, that's true, Isu. Let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal now. It's playing hacky sack with an orange. Because he's Mr. Orange. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shinui. No, it can't be. The story's 100 years old. As Ame here is just waiting for him to talk himself in circles in front of her. Ah yes, everyone else just sees Amaterasu as a white wolf. That's how it is. Gods and whatnot. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Ah yes, let's insult the wolf to its face. No need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words, I just state the facts. You look stupid. Get the monkeys. They're here to fight. Let's give them what for. What's a sudden chill down my spine? Let's get them. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Denkomaro. No, we're throwing the old man. No, the old man is the weapon. Bark. Nice. Quick and easy. I'm not lost to the paintings, Cole. Also welcome in, Cole. And behold, the beautiful game that I used to play even when I had a broken arm. Amy does get quite mad. We've gained some praise. The dried up spring began flowing again, restoring the god's power by killing monsters. Divine intervention. We didn't even have to roll percentile dice. Sure has been a lot of monsters around. We do look like a regular wolf to him. Because the gods have grown so weak, people can't even see us as gods anymore. Damn. That sucks. He soon stopped grumbling. Let's have a nice adventure. Is Mr. Orange still up here? No, I guess I threw him further. Feed bags. We're feeding animals. We aren't supposed to use animals. You want Isun to grumble for your mixtape, Cole? You want Tiny Bugman grumbles as your background to lay down a sick beat? And we can open the menu with F1. Interesting choice of button. Fan menu is this, right here. With our tools and equipment. Our place to spend our praise to level up. Ooh, goodness. We've got our brush powers and how they work. Rejuvenation as the good old just squiggle it in, it'll work eventually. I forget. Does the... I always forget if the bestiary requires you to beat a certain number of them. I think we're good for now. Orbs. This would restore our spirit energy if we were hurt. We can't swim for too long or we'll start taking damage. Birds! Oop. The birds have flown away. Up, here they come again. Let's feed the birds. Oop. Accidentally barking at them instead. And now for... What are you... Cole, you're making it look like you're a bot. Also, Cole, if you're watching, look at this adorable cutscene. We will see it many more times. And it, is not a short cutscene. I'm not gonna eat the bird. Goodness. The bird gives me praise because I am a god and it's very happy that I fed it. And so, feeding random animals is very important to, I see. This is where I threw Mr. Orange to. He's a bit unconscious. Whoa. Great cheer. Wasn't me. Hello, flute man. I can just bite you for funsies, I guess. Oh, goodness. He has brought a fight upon us. There we go. Ah, darn it. We did it. I don't know what joke you would be making there, Cole. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 14 seconds. Not a second more, not a second less. Oh yeah, I think... Yeah, he just causes this as a... missed. Slice. There we go. And slice you up. Slice you up. Yeah! I see we have a bot in the chat already. Wonderful. I would alt-tab to remove that, but it causes problems, so I would deal with that later. Fang Forge, the mark. Lovely. Oh, did you send me something on Oh, did you send the joke on Discord? God damn it, Cole. And this fight went on for exactly 21 seconds. 7 seconds longer. But yeah, for some reason, this man summons demon monkeys somehow. Hello, radish lady. Mushi's mama. I don't think the demon monkeys are Flute Man's kids, but I guess I don't know the lore that well. Something keeps messing with our crops. Yep, I totally won't dig up any of these radishes. Not a single one of them. Not a single radish is being dug up by me, I swear. I'm innocent, I swear. You'll never catch me alive, though. Spamming right-click is very interesting to do for this. I didn't quite get that one. Welcome to kiting the angry lady. Let's see if we can get all of them without getting hit. Might just have to run around until she's not angry at me and then get these last ones one at a time. Let's drag her to the opposite side. We might be able to get this last one. Oop, she lost interest. There we go. Magic radish. I forget what I need this for. I think I hand it to this guy though. Hey! Doing side quests before getting asked. You're welcome, Mushi. Yep, we broke your dog's record by digging up all 10. You didn't even challenge me. I am the better dog. Praise the dog. Also, he has a dragonfly on a leash. Oh yeah, Mushi calls Amy here Snowy. This dog is mine now. Oop. And he teleported back. Alright, have fun in class. I'm gonna be being a dog by see what the guy pushing the rock is doing. Still pushing the rock. Your body won't cooperate with moving the rock well above your size? I don't think you're possessed, buddy. I just don't think you're strong enough for that. Oh, never mind. You are. It's guitar. More demon fangs. Delicious praise. Let's look at leveling up. Enhance anything that we want, such as more health, more ink, more Phoenix Downs, or a bigger purse. I think I'll get more ink to start with. Oh, lighten up, Furball. Keep up the good work. And check in on the merchant. It does not make it easier to shift a border. So you must know the guy Susanoo. Susanoo? One of those two pronunciations, probably. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. time to find Susano. Jeesh, he's always snoring like a bear. 2-bit middle-aged warrior, Susano. Goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. Awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. Yeah, those are two traits that no legendary hero has. Obviously. Wake up. Wake up. And his hidden shrine. Into his basement. I'm the greatest. Wake up! I feel so restless. I plan to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. Sleep's a kind of meditation. Who are you? What business do you have with Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever? Yep. Doesn't look familiar to any sort of intro scene, cutscene at all. Good. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Only just waving her tail like crazy. Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains. Play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy monkey like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy. All brawn, no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again. Quit bugging me, you bug. I told you, don't call me a bug. Come on, Amy. We're taking him with us. And yoink. What do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant. What will the neighbors think? You're being kidnapped by a dog. You have no choice in the matter. You are being rescued. Do not resist. You mangy nut. You brought me all the way just to test yourself against me. And prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade. Tohen Boku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susano. Yeah, none other than Susano, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask of you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please. I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great! Now go do it. Do it. Wait, a boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. I wonder... I've never seen the guy train seriously ever. Watch as he goes to drink. What intense training he has. I know I told that merchant I could help, but A boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Phrasing. No, I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'll just have to train tomorrow. Master of procrastination he is. Let's go get him some alcohol. Which I think is in here. Food, delicious. Melon, watermelon, delicious. I might need to talk to him one more time. Why do today what you can put off for tomorrow? That's the Susano way. Okay. Oh, hello, Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Kushi. Sake brewer Kushi. Working in the fields again? Are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice. It's hard work. Maybe you'll have Susanoo give you a hand again this year. Talked to them multiple times. They have a triangle, they still have more to say. Pays to listen. Hello. The mill's broken. Monster, try your new Thunder Brew. Bad enough sober. What were you thinking? Let's fix the broken thing. And while we're at it, we can cut all the rice too. And consume. Delicious rice. Just fill it in until it works. The mill's been mended. And she'd completely given up on the idea, but now she can get on with polishing the rice. No time like the present. There she goes. Slowly walking off. Didn't even wait for her to get off screen to screen wipe it. Let's cut the rest of the rice while we're here. Fill up the pouch as much as we can for when things get dangerous. No. You cannot pet the dog, for you are the dog, but the dog can be pet. Vista of the Gods. Are we even old enough to drink? Yoink. it's time to give more alcohol to the alcoholic, so that he does what we want him to do. Susanna, I have drink. Cut rock. That smell. Is it Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? Sake? Here you go. Fufido, my friend. Bring me some of Kushi's sake. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, good old sake. A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. Yours is a well-shaped twig. But never mind. Nagin himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's all clear now. Let the training begin. Let's try a bit of his usual routine. Yeah. And don't worry, it's totally him cutting everything. Feast your eyes on this. Susanoo style. Exploding implosion. Oop, hold on. There we go. Huh? Yeah. And there he goes off to cut the actual boulder for me. Susanoo style. Exploding implosion. Yeah. We did it. We cut a boulder. That's amazing. You sliced the huge rock clean in half. You really are something. Wow. I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting the monsters off, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susanoo work his magic. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Think he'll be okay? The monsters outside the village are nasty. Oh, hi, Sakia. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleaved the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah? So do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. Damn. It's Isun. And stop calling me a bug. I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again, Isun. Stop that. That's assault, Isun. Ah, relax, lady. Furball here's more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. Come on, Emmy, put your paw up or something. Just stomp. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Dead tree and all. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Oh man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu, could I be so bold as to request your assistance in the rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map as a collectible in a video game to save every area. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. And away she goes. Meh. Always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I get all the brush skills, because Isu wants to paint. Or draw. Make art. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Short adventure, 5 minutes in and out. Steal and learn 'em. That's the ticket. Yep. Thanks, Isu. Let's start by following those marks on the map. Bark. And now we have a merchant. Offload some stuff before heading back. Let's go shopping. Let's get some seed bags so that we can get more praise. And with the cawing of the crow, I will be saving here and ending stream for today. I hope everyone has had a wonderful time. I hope to see you again next time for more Okami.